Hey, welcome back everybody to my Tower Progress series. A lot to talk about this week. I think we touched on quite a bit of these points last week, but we actually got to get through most of the stuff we talked about over the past week, and I have actually successfully done a Tier 9 run with Wall. Unfortunately, I only got I got like 200 to 300 waves further with the Wall, but I didn't realize until a few minutes ago that I should have taken the region trade-off perk in run. So after this video, I'll be doing another one and another run, and hopefully, that'll push us closer to 5,000. I think basically I'll run through a few things. Not much has changed in the workshop. Really been spending almost all my coins on Wall Labs. I do have Wall unlocked, as you can see. I've got 700 in here currently. I think I'll probably take this to maybe 900 or 1,000. When I was in run, I got it to around 1,500 by wave 3,700. So I'm thinking if I can bump this up 300 more levels in the workshop, then it should be gold boxed during the run. That being said, something I'm kind of realizing that Wall health doesn't have too big of an impact on longevity of the run. It's really about region. Wall health is definitely a buffer, as it can, kind of store life, basically. That's really the whole point of it. And region is what's going to basically negate the damage that's coming in, or replace it rather with life. So I think, it's not a huge priority here, but I think over time I'll try to get it up. Wall rebuild doesn't really matter. My wall wasn't falling really until the very end of the run, so not too many changes here. I'll just scroll through enhancements just so you can see where I'm still sitting. Ultimate weapons. I actually kind of called an audible after my last video. I said that I was saving up for Spotlight Quantity 3, but I went ahead and just dropped my cooldowns for Death Wave, Golden Tower, and Black Hole. So everything's at 3 minutes now. I think this is a decent stopping point short term. And this basically will let me invest a little bit more into some of the econ related ultimate weapons upgrades here. And then when the time comes, when I start to, shift over to damage, which I think will really push me up in tournaments. At least everything is synced now with smart missiles, so I'll be able to do a little bit of the max devo, just for better clears and slightly better econ. So, but I think, again, still probably months away from that, so stay tuned for that. Cards wise, I'm fingers crossed. I think this is enough to max out my commons. So, because all my commons are level 6 at this point. Level 6. Some of them are actually maxed already, so I'm hoping this will push me up to maxed commons, and then I can start to work through some of my rare cards. So let's go ahead and start pulling some. See what we get next. There's my event mission. Nothing yet. I think I'm hoping for region and coins, especially. Getting closer. There's a bunch of coins. Extra defense is also going to be huge. There's a damage maxed out, so that's cool. And an attack speed maxed out. So, bunch of health regen. Love to see it. Only 5 more there. Coins are maxed. Fantastic. That's a quick 5% boost, it looks like. That will be very helpful. Enemy balance maxed. Oh, this is beautiful. Extra defense maxed. Health regen maxed. Let's keep rolling. So what's left? Looks like just critical chance is left. So let's do one more pull. And we got critical chance maxed. Fantastic. So I think that's all my commons now. Is there anything that's super close that's worth pulling a few more? Wave skip is not close. Extra orb speed. I feel like this almost hurts Orb Devo a little bit. But it's kind of just natural progression of the game to get it up a little bit. Yeah, second wind is close, but odds of that are pretty low. So I think at this point, I'm very happy with maxing these out. I'm going to spend the rest of my gems on some modules. It's been a while. I think the plan for cards is, now that I have commons maxed, I'm just going to wait for the event missions to come around to purchase cards. Again, unless I get something really close that I'm actually using, like if, for example, Plasma Cannon, if it's getting close, then I'll go ahead and just pump the rest of these cards up to max all these rares. Because I know you can get, with a combination of this and Thorns, you can get it to where it's just one hit from the boss and it'll die, which will be pretty helpful for tournaments as well. So yeah, let's go look at modules. Levels are looking pretty awesome for the quality that we have. Still only legendary, 1 legendary plus Ohm chip, but hoping now that commons are maxed, I can start to give these some love and start to get potentially some mythics. So we'll test my luck. And nothing. Go ahead and spend them all. All right, 0 gems, no modules. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Move on to labs. So I'm kind of in a weird spot here. I paused my lab speed actually and slotted in, as you can see, lab slot 1, Deathwave Cells bonus. I'm still not hitting even 1 lab consistently at 3 times speed. Hopefully Wall will help with this, because I think I'm probably going to end up farming tier 7 or tier 8, because I'll probably be able to do three runs of those a day to maximize coin income and cell income. So, and especially now that I'm using Wall, it seems like I'm going to be able to tag more elites with Deathwave, just because my Thorns is, I think it's taking like 10 or 11 hits right now to kill enemies. So elites are up for much longer, so there's a better chance of me hitting them with Deathwave. So I think I'm going to take this up to maybe level 15, level 16, somewhere in there. That's when it starts to get a little bit expensive, in the trillions for upgrades. So I think at that point I'll bring back lab speed, if not something else that's super important. But we'll kind of take that as it comes. I think it should be a few weeks before that happens. Lab 2 is now back to economy. Again, with enemies taking longer to die, I'm able to get a pretty decent pack. And I think in general this was kind of forgotten about. For whatever reason, the The effective path spreadsheet doesn't really push this very heavily. I think just because it doesn't understand what Devo is really. It kind of takes each ultimate weapon individually. So I think this is valuable. I'm going to take it up to probably level 16 or 17, somewhere in there. Should be I think a little over a week to do that. And I think it'll be definitely a boost to income. And then after that, it's really just gonna kind of bounce around. I'll probably follow the effective paths loosely. Some standard perk bonus will eventually pop up in here. Bouncing back and forth between some of the ultimate weapon coin bonuses and just straight up coins per kill bonus. So that will be lab slot 2. Lab slot 3 is my health and survivability. So right now I've got health regen. I think this is probably the most important stat for me right now. I want to get it up to somewhere around level 30. And then from there I'll probably do a little bit more of wall fortification, maybe a little bit of wall HP, just to kind of go along with the regen, give a little bit more of a bigger health pool, if you will. Then lab slot 4 and 5, these are kind of annoying that they're taking up 2 slots, but I think they're both valuable. Golden Bot, I'm really just rushing this straight down. I touched on this in the last video, so if you haven't seen it, go check that one out. There's a nice little chart that I'm following where basically I'm pushing labs first all the way to level 21, I believe it'll be for me, because I have a 90-second or 180-second sync on my ultimate weapons, so I'm pushing for a 90-second Golden Bot sync. And this basically just reduces my downtime later on, because I'll only have to lab 1 Golden Bot cooldown at a time, rather than having to do 2. So when the labs are taking, more than a week at a time, I think it'll be super beneficial. I'll be able to just unsync my Golden Bot for a week, and then hopefully I'll have the module that, I think it's can't remember the name of it. But it's the module that reduces your ultimate weapon cooldown when you get recovery packages. Let's see, it is... What's the name of it? Galaxy Compressor. Yeah, if I happen to get a Galaxy Compressor, that would be very helpful for that downtime. But yeah, this is going to be here for probably about a month, depending on whether I can basically 2 times speed it or 3 times speed it up. So going to be there for a while, unfortunately. And then lab slot 5 is modules. I want to max out common drop chance just for completion's sake. It's probably not entirely efficient, but just to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to slot in the reroll labs here. So I'll scroll through everything that I've got right now just to give a better idea. I know some people were asking for this, so I've got everything unhidden. Lab speed is at level 60, which is a decent stopping point for wanting to do the death wave cells bonus, I think. But as soon as I'm comfortable with where those are at, I'm going to slot back lab speed, most likely. Damage is severely lacking, but I'm currently really working on survivability and economy right now. Like I said, this will come soonish. Defense, I think for where I'm at, these are in a pretty good spot. Defense percent, I'm probably gonna get this to level 23 soon, probably within the next month or 2. Just because once you get it to level 23, you can stop worrying about it, and you can use modules to max it out at 98%. So moving on down, wall health, I managed to get it to 26. Wall regions at 9. I'll probably bring that up to 10 just for good measure. So I'll bring this most likely up to 10, and then regular region will go up to 30, and then it kind of there's an effective path worksheet for this as well. It kind of bounces back and forth. I think wall region is weighted less heavily than normal region, so yeah, that'll be slotted in every once in a while. Wall thorns, I'd like to do this one more as well, just because it reduces the amount of hits for an enemy to die by 1. I think it takes it from 11 hits to 10 hits without a module substat for thorns. So I think I'll take that to 11 and then just park it there for a long time. There's different thresholds where it's worth it. So if you check the Discord, I think if you just search like wall thorns chart, there should be an image that comes up, and it shows you the amount of hits based on what wall thorns level you have and what module substats you have as well. Wall fortification, yeah, again, this is basically just your health pool. I think I'll end up slowly doing this. It's pretty expensive for only being, I think I'm 19 trillion lifetime coins, so it's a bit expensive, but if I manage to farm a bunch, then I'll throw this in and just kind of slowly bring it up. Let's see. Utility, coins per kill is at 56. The rest of these I haven't really touched. Enemy attack level skip, I'll probably start throwing a little bit at this. They're relatively short labs. I mean, it's only a 6-hour lab, so. But I think it maxes out at 2%. So it's not like it's groundbreaking, but I think every little bit helps in this game. So I'll probably end up doing, 5 levels of this, just to get it started. Recovery package chance, at this point, this is kind of useless for me unless I manage to get, again, what's that called? Galaxy compressor. Because recovery packages are having 0 effect on the wall and not helping my survivability. So yeah, I'll ignore that until a later date. Ultimate weapons, I think these are, to be honest, in a pretty awesome spot. I managed to get Deathwave health up really high, 27. I think maybe I put a little bit too much time into that early on, but I thought it was helping. It did help prior to me getting wall, but yeah, I'm happy with where it's at, basically. Golden Tower, I think I've got some of these coming up in my path. Probably just a level here and there as it becomes worth it, because it starts to take a long time. This one's already 4 days. Let's see, missiles have not touched. Again, once I start to slot in damage, that's gonna be my life for a while, is getting these smart missile labs up. But yeah, Spotlight coin bonus level 16. I think I'm gonna just bring Deathwave coin bonus up to this, and then slowly bring them all up to 20 together. Just for completion's sake, I think it'd be nice to max these out so that they disappear. Spotlight missiles, again, my damage is not great. I know these really help in tournaments if you have the damage to back them up, but I don't have the damage, and I don't have the stones to invest either. I think at this point my stones are better spent on economy. Cards haven't really touched. I think some of these might be a little bit helpful for some of the weekly missions. Like the recharge nuke would be pretty cool, and recharge demon mode, second wind as well, just so that I can slot in those cards during my runs, and just as I see them come up, I'll pop them again, just because those missions are horrible. Honestly, I think they should be rewritten. They're not too fun. Let's see, perks. Happy with these, where these are at. Standard perk bonus, again, we'll just slowly bring this up. Band perks 5 would be nice. I think I'm not going to touch this until I'm consistently 3 times speed in all my slots, just because it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks with 2x speed, which I think is not worth it at this point. Same thing with waves required. I mean, it's quick. I know you're supposed to bring them up in multiples of 4. It's like 4x plus 1. So start at level 1, and then 5, and then 9, and then 13, and so on. So that's the most efficient way to bring waves required up, if you didn't know. But yeah, once I've got 3 times in all my lab slots, I'll probably have 1 flex slot to start working on some of these other random things. Bots. We talked about Golden Bot cooldown already. Enemies have not touched. Modules. Yeah, once common drop chance is done, I'll basically just be bouncing back and forth between daily mission shards and reroll shards. Just probably 5 levels at a time, one to the other, back and forth. And then slotting in rare drop chance every once in a while as well. This is I think a relatively short lab, but I think it gets expensive if I remember correctly. So probably just as I get the coin, bring that up slowly. So yeah, that's a rundown of my labs currently. What else is there? Go ahead and click some of this stuff. Missions. So I've actually kind of gone ahead and jumped the gun on some of these. I went ahead and did the demon mode mission. I've got to do the nuke one next, but I think now that I leveled up my nuke card, which helped a ton in the last one, so I think that'll be nice to have for this. It'll go decently quick. And I've also got 0% on my thorns, which makes it very quick, because I just wait, I think it's like 5 waves, and then I've got the maximum amount of enemies on the screen, hit nuke, and then just reset. So I think last time it took me 50 resets, which took me, I think, 30 or 40 minutes, kind of half paying attention. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, just to knock it out. As far as medals go, I think I'm going to start, or rather stop, spending medals on Power Stones at this point. Now that I'm in Champions League, I think my stone income will kind of speed up a bit, or at least become a little bit more consistent. And I really want to start saving up my medals for Golden Bot Sync. And as well as investing in, range, especially, and a little bit of bonus. Because Golden Bot's pretty much worthless if you don't have a good range. So I need to save up enough medals to hit that cooldown sync, but then after that, really just pump a bunch of medals into range. So I will no longer be spinning them frivolously. Luckily, I've got, all my songs done. I'm still going to be buying all the old relics just for completion's sake. But no more Power Stones for me. Let's see, what else is there? I can quickly scroll through this for those of you who are curious. This is really for my overnights. bands. Again, I swap these back and forth sometimes. Sometimes I'll slot in an extra common if I know I'm going to be able to pay attention and pick my perks, which I tend to do during the day. But for overnights, this is generally what I run, so that I can run auto pick. So yeah, I think that will do it for this week. Yeah, a lot to work on. I mean, unfortunately it might be a slow few weeks, because my labs are a bit jammed up right now, but I'm hoping, yeah, everything in this game pays off in the long run, so that's kind of the idea with some of these investments. So well, yeah, that will do it for this week. Thank you for those of you who are still with me here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all the comments. The input is definitely appreciated, and yeah, thanks for tagging along. See ya.